Guys, Saturday. What are we looking at today? We better get straight to it so Paul at PA Brew News, his head doesn't explode. Because I live just to make sure Paul is happy. This is Mirror, the 2014 Reserve from Deschutes. And this one is, I knew where it was yesterday, 11.2%. And this is a barley wine. And it is aged in wine barrels. And they don't give you really any serving temperature or anything like that. But because it's a barley wine, it has been out for a little while. I know they had a best after date as opposed to a best before date, and we are after that. Top, nothing special. Already removed the wax, and yeah, JR10. I saw your video, and it was a damn shame that I did have to turn away. I couldn't watch that. That was sad. As far as the other thing that you're commenting about, it's right up there with one of my concerns too. What the babies think. I'd have to say that that's hands down my most expensive bottle opener. And thank you, Steve Bush, for sending me that really nice bottle opener. I figured since it was a barley wine, we would put it in something more appropriate. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah. Okay, well, it has kind of a just a brownish color. Oh, you definitely how all these bottle caps come from? It definitely has a the smell of the being in the cask must be oak barrels. There. Yeah. Has a very heavy smell of the barrels. And it doesn't really have much it's nothing really overwhelming, and it's definitely you can smell that the smell of the barrels that it was in. And I mean, it smells good, smells smooth. Doesn't really have anything that's really sticking out, which at least it doesn't smell like medicine, industrial, metal, a skunk's butt. Those are all good things. So, cheers, guys. He finally takes a sip at 3:51. Just kidding, Paul. I have to say that of the barley wines I've had in the past, this one is completely different. For something that's supposed to be a mix of beer and wine, and then obviously aged. I don't know if this was aged for a year. I mean, I have no idea how long it's actually in those, but from the time that it's bottled, like I said, they give you January, February. I think that's what it was too. of 15 is the earliest that you're supposed to open it. I think in the very back, getting kind of a very subtle hazelnut, but it has like a caramel, earthy maltiness to it. The carbonation is good, but it's not. It's definitely not like pop carbonation, like overdone. I have to say, when I originally saw this bottle, I was more or less lured in because of the brewery that does it, and less. I mean, the barley wines have honestly mostly been a miss for me. You know, it's just like, okay, maybe you'd be into them, but I don't really think I am. This is definitely not on. Well, initially, I guess it does have a little bit of a sweetness, but I almost, if I didn't know that it was a barley wine, I don't think I'd ever have categorized this as a barley wine. This is just like a really really good aged tasty ale, and kind of what you smell versus what you taste are not really one and the same. I don't know if it's something that I need or should have let age more. I don't think so. I really don't think that the characteristics of the wine are going to come out more the longer it sits. But that, not not really a roasted malt, but kind of a almost like a nutty kind of a malt. Who can it be? Oh, sorry. Let's be over here if you need me. It's not overwhelming on anything. It just kind of a really nice down to earth. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I know it's got to be something in the malts, and just, I like how that the flavors and stuff. It's almost like a really subtle, like not like the sweet sickening part of hazelnut, but like a fresh hazelnut, like a roasted hazelnut and caramel. The alcohol? Hang on, we gotta give it the alcohol test. No, it's hiding that extremely well, but you know, things I've learned with the like the aging, like, just so that I wouldn't forget, I actually penned the date on the Dogfish Head 120, so that I'd know not to pop it open, which is actually kind of cool because I guess technically speaking, if I wait and have it, I could have it on my birthday next year. Mm. This is just very tasty. It's not really overdone on anything, but I would definitely categorize it as the sipping, not gulping, just to be able to take it in and enjoy it. Mm. Which I think I'm going to obviously save. And as far as temperatures go on it, it is right now I'd say it's, I want to say it's probably within 5 degrees of room temperature. Basically, I pulled it out of the fridge, and it's been sitting for about an hour. Dirt. Uh, you made a comment that you kind of really haven't discovered a barley wine that's done anything for you. I guess I hate to have you buy a $17 bottle of beer and be really wrong, but I think this one might have a chance because I know what you're talking about. I've had some that were kind of on the bitter side or extremely sweet side. I don't remember which one it is now, but it just tasted like you took like a decent red wine and a decent beer and poured them together, and the end result kind of wasn't decent anymore. By taking the two bests and putting them together, you didn't exactly get your optimal strike force there. But this, mm, just a nice, uh, the complexity, the flavors, that that like roasted hazelnut caramel, buttery kind of a. It's got kind of a buttery because it kind of sticks with you. There's no dry or bitter areas. I mean, if you're gonna search for it, maybe right in the middle. There's a little bit of an alcohol warming, but nothing nothing for an 11.4. Uh, mm. I got to admit, I'm even surprised myself. I Of the things that I picked up the other day, only because Chuck, like usual, sends a little bit of dumps a little something in my PayPal so I can afford to keep these brew reviews going. Because if it wasn't for Chuck, I would have had a fold a long time ago. So the 2014 reserve of Mirror from Deschutes. I give this a 10 on the E scale, and maybe before they're all sold out, I might try to get another one and just what I need to do is I need to like create a cabinet, and I need to like you know get someone else like Christine or Samantha to open it up so I can put stuff in here and make sure that I don't take anything out and just sit on something like this a little bit longer. I tell you, that whole idea of patience doesn't work well with me, kind of like as discussed yesterday when finding out that 3 to 4 weeks was actually 3 to 4 months. And but yeah, the as good. If you've had the Dogfish Head 120 and said this is good, I have really no words to compare to what it's like after it's sat for a year. It is a completely different beast. That gigantic alcohol percentage that it has, and I don't even know what this year's batch is, or what last year's batch was. I've heard numbers from in the 21% area, could even be more. But after that year that it sat there, it just turned into something very incredible. Tomorrow. Let's see. Still got something in there from Ed, and I got a few things I picked up. But why don't we take a look at something from Sunday? Sunday seems like a good porter day, and if it's really good, It's really good. Moments after opening up the first one, we'll dump the second one in there. Pay It Forward. Coca Porter. Brewed with coca nibs. I like me a good set of nibs, if you know what I mean. This one is from David DeWilhoit. Kentucky Guns and Fun. This is West 6th Brewing in Lexington, Kentucky, and I guess I'm not seeing an alcohol percentage on here, so I guess we get to play the alcohol game, I'm guessing. So let's take a look at that tomorrow. He sent 2. Probably just pour both of them into a big-ass glass and just call it a Sunday. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Christine is going to be doing a cooking video tonight. Unless it gets too late, then you won't see it until tomorrow. But don't quote me on this. It was like hobo chicken. One of the things that she makes is her campfire potatoes, which is basically, it evolved from something small because we never ever throw it away. Just get the widest possible aluminum foil you can get and rip off about 4 feet of it and cube up a field's worth of potatoes. And of course these are all things you can vary at your own convenience, but for us, cube up a bunch of potatoes, fresh garlic, red pepper, orange, yellow, green, onion, and then when nobody's looking, I like to sprinkle a little bit something to pick up the energy just a little bit. Nobody notices, but I like the taste. And then you put in about 27 sticks of butter. Okay, seriously, it's at least 1, depending on how much you do. Roll it up in the tin foil. Put it on the grill, out of direct heat, the back of the grill, for 30 minutes before you put on whatever you're cooking. So you're going to cook steaks, potatoes are out there for 30 minutes before. That's one thing that I really like about the grill that I have. It's unfortunately that they didn't make it. One of those things where I wish I would have bought a couple of them, or 3 or 4 of them, and just put them on shelves, so when one finally died because of rust, it could switch to another. But it's got a door on the front, so without having to take shit off and move shit out of the way, you can just open the door and add a few briquettes. So it's possible to do like a roast or a turkey by just building a ring of burning briquettes, and then just add selected extras as you go. So, but yeah, it sounded pretty good. Basically, what she's making, I think it was called hobo chicken, and it was like a version of her campfire potatoes, but it has chicken in it. And then she's going to be layering some pepper jack cheese over that, but it's all going to be done on the grill. So I noticed that you guys that follow her channel seem to like the things that are, well, surprise, surprise, relatively easy to make, but, oh, and there's bacon. Yeah, you can't have hobo chicken, something on the grill, without bacon. So look forward to that. Otherwise, I'm going to cut you guys loose. Go try to get this up at a reasonable time as opposed to the last few. And cheers, everybody. Hope you enjoy your Saturday. And my friend JR10, I find your videos very enjoying, and I could give a flying fuck what some piece of shit troll wants to say. So, just so you know, you at least have one person more than happy to step forward and say, screw that. As a matter of fact, with the... Oh my God. No way. You're right. You know how dangerous these kind of videos are? At any minute, I have digitalized the bullets that are in this so they will pass through the lens to the chip. Then they momentarily wait until I transfer them to the rendering software, where again they wait, and then once it's rendered and I'm ready to upload it, as they reach critical mass during the upload process, they gain momentum and speed, and then reach, well, this particular one I guess would be reaching about, I don't know, 1,200 feet a second, depending on how close you are to your monitor, because, you know, at this distance, you know, they're probably going to be, you know, hitting at full speed, and then if you're not paying attention and you don't get out of the way in time, you could take a round. So I just wanted to show JR10 that I know what you're talking about. Oh my God, he's out of control. I know. Somebody could have just taken it out there. And then Ray, you're absolutely right. One of the fans might have been put down. Am I still here?